In this episode, amidst challenges, a powerful force awakens within Swamp Thing. The scientist displays supernatural abilities. When Swamp Thing sees his human form in the mirror, he realizes it's only a temporary effect. As the effect wears off, he reverts back to his monstrous form. During this brief period of humanity, Abby takes the opportunity to express her inner feelings and suggests engaging in some thrilling activities. Despite their desires, both are extremely hungry after a long day. Alec quickly opens a cabinet to find some long-expired cookies. Suddenly, an unusual phenomenon occurs outside. Dense foliage swiftly invades the house, revealing that Alec not only possesses supernatural powers, but can also control plant growth with his mind. Fresh fruits are delivered by the branches. Swamp Thing tries a chestnut and is surprised by its incredible sweetness. Alec is fascinated by everything and inquires about other abilities. He learns that Swamp Thing's senses are exceptionally sharp. He can hear plants speak and informs Abby of a decaying area far away, overtaken by dark forces, where plants are dying in agony. Determined to cure Swamp Thing, Abby decides to venture into this dangerous zone, where plants might yield an effective antidote. Despite Swamp Thing's objections, Abby sets sail for the decayed land. Meanwhile, the Major plans to meet with an investor that night, while his wife prepares an elaborate party in the hopes of impressing the investor, a gesture that touches her husband's heart deeply. Suddenly, the sheriff arrives uninvited, disrupting the pleasant atmosphere, and requests a private conversation with the mayor. In the kitchen, the sheriff angrily reproaches the mayor, aware of his malevolent nature and involvement in a murder case, which greatly upsets her. She reveals that Alec, the scientist, didn't die but was transformed into a monstrous creature by a virus. She insists on heading to the swamp to take care of Swamp Thing, otherwise the mayor could face imprisonment. The mayor is skeptical but agrees, asking his wife to step out for a while, hoping he returns before the wealthy guest arrives. Back with Abby, she marvels at the mysterious area within the swamp, filled with joy from Swamp Thing's heart, which blooms numerous beautiful flowers, a sight even she, having grown up in the town, has never witnessed. This phenomenon goes beyond scientific understanding, exciting them both. Swamp Thing not only gains the power of nature, but also uncovers deeper secrets, realizing that Earth harbors both light and dark forces that must remain balanced to prevent widespread devastation. As they reach the decayed land, a place marked by human ecological destruction, they face the rising dark forces from the Earth, a reminder of the consequences of humanity's actions. Abby, in pursuit of developing an antidote, disregards Alec's objections and ventures forward to collect plant samples. Meanwhile, Maria Sunderland, acting on a secret plan, visits Dr. Woodrue to inquire about the progress of his experiments, ensuring that with ample resources, the expected results and any side effects are managed. Dr. Woodrue is confident in his work. Maria is puzzled by the conversation, as everything should have been discussed with her husband, Avery Sunderland. However, she takes matters into her own hands, implying Avery might not return and she will assume full control, continuing to fund the research. Dr. Woodrue agrees to attend a dinner meeting to discuss further. On the other side, Sheriff arrives deep in the swamp, her gun loaded, seemingly prepared for lethal action, causing Avery to feel tense and suspect another agenda. During their conversation, the motive for killing Alec is revealed. Alec had discovered illegal activities and was investigating further. Avery worries about his plans being thwarted and considers sending Matt Cable to carry out a hit to cover up the murder and claim it's for the town's development. Feeling guilty, Avery suggests he should be the one to end it all and eventually hands over the weapon to Avery, while the sheriff leads the way to search the area. Meanwhile, Abby feels an unprecedented sense of pressure in the decayed, dark-infested land. Alec insists they can't stay long. Abby, undeterred by the danger, collects samples near a corpse-infested sea, but is suddenly attacked by dark forces, with branches tightly grasping her. With Alec's help, Abby escapes, though she's injured and bleeding. After a quick bandage, they hurry away from the decayed land as violent dark forces approach, causing trees to fall in their wake. Back with the sheriff, when they're exploring the forest, it becomes clear the location was chosen for its seclusion, ideal for disposing of bodies. The sheriff, not one to be trifar, wouldn't let Avery, who used her son, get away easily. Just as Avery is about to shoot, the sheriff stalls for time, and in a moment of hesitation, the sheriff and Matt manages to disarm Avery, ensuring no blood is spilled at the scene. As the wealthiest man, the investor, arrives at the Sunderland mansion and finds Avery absent, he's somewhat disappointed but is warmly welcomed by Maria. Inside, they enjoy a feast. While back at the lab, Alec and Abby return, finding Abby's wounds have worsened, with toxins spreading. Realizing this is the work of dark forces and knowing her time is limited, Abby, an expert in disease, understands she might not make it to the hospital for treatment. Alec quickly focuses his thoughts, and the force of nature heeds his call. Miraculously, through the window, plants laden with healing herbs grow, though the dark force's corruption runs too deep, rendering the herbs ineffective as Abby continues to suffer. As the sheriff, Matt, and Avery Sunderland arrive at a desolate dumping ground, Avery regains consciousness and reveals long-kept secrets, that Matt is his son, placing Matt in a moral dilemma. The sheriff, aware of the truth, has never disclosed it to her son, who is shocked by Avery's confession. A confrontation between mother and son erupts, and Avery seizes the opportunity to attack with a knife. In defense, the sheriff picks up a rifle, shooting Avery in the leg, who then escapes into the water, presumably sinking to the bottom. They quickly leave to seek medical help for her son. Meanwhile, Abby experiences intense pain as the dark force overpowers the ineffective herbs. In a desperate move, Alec uses his supernatural abilities to make the medicinal plants within her body grow rapidly, threading vines in and out of her, successfully transferring the toxin away, cleansing her system. Elsewhere, the wealthy investor grows impatient with Avery's absence, warned by Maria Sunderland about the significance of their meeting. She reveals the miraculous recovery of a brain-dead patient through Dr. Woodrew's formula, securing a massive investment. As Abby slowly regains consciousness, grateful for Alec's sacrifice, they share a moment of love and gratitude. Dr. Woodrew, ecstatic about the secured funding, overlooks the meeting's ethical concerns, focused on advancing his research and treating his wife's dementia. The sheriff, bearing her wounded son, confronts Maria, realizing her orchestration behind the events to eliminate Avery and seize control. Both driven by their motives, they collaborate to remove their common enemy, hoping for a return to normalcy without Avery's interference in the swamp, unknowingly leaving it unbalanced. As Alec reverts to his human form and Abby drives away from the town, she plans to use the collected samples for extensive research at a disease center, aiming to develop an antidote with the resources at her disposal. This episode leaves us wondering about Avery's potential revenge and sets the stage for more thrilling developments. If you like this video, don't forget to subscribe, because by subscribing you have supported me to make better videos. See you in the next video.